Hi there, YouTube. I am Melody, and together as a team, we will expand the community of self-healers, self-explorers, and self-lovers. Hey, YouTube family. So let's get to it. I view life as a game, a precious, not to be taken for granted game. Now, with games should be fun. We should be having fun doing this living in this world. Sometimes we lose track and we don't have the fun, but the game is always return back to that fun. Now, in this game of life, you are in the driver's seat. You are behind that wheel. You are in control. No one else, not your parents, not your spouse, not your kids. You are absolutely in control of everything. Now, I know some of you guys are probably thinking, well, certain things are out of my control, so-and-so does this and it causes me to do this, and you are in control. In this game of life, we cannot control others. They are in their driver's seat. You are in yours. We cannot control other people's actions. We can only control our reaction to whatever they do. That is the only thing we truly have control over. So if that person that ticks you off, that does that annoying thing, drives you bonkers, whatever they do, you have zero control over that. Now, once you understand that concept, once you truly take it in and start living it, you just start laughing. You start laughing because other people will continue to do their behaviors, their programmed behaviors, habits, and you'll understand that is, you don't have any control over that. Now, there is a purpose. There's a rhyme and rhythm to why we get ticked off, why we get set off by other people. And I'll dive into that in another video. But we only have control over our reaction. That being said, you can start viewing things a little differently. Once you know you are in your driver's seat, you can only control what this avatar, what your body does. And yes, I said avatar. These are avatars, these are our avatars, your body's your avatar. Once you take that in, you start looking at yourself from an outside perspective. Once you start doing that, once you start taking yourself away from those initial emotional gut reactions, you start giving yourself control back. And that's part of the game. It's realizing, ooh, that initial anger response, oh, that's not something I wanted to do. And so you start asking yourself, how do I want to respond to that? How do I want to feel about that? Is that really me? Because again, we get lost in these stories that we tell ourselves. And that, again, is part of the game. We need to start removing ourselves from old negative patterns, old negative thoughts about ourselves, about other people, because our mind creates our reality. Our mind creates our perception of the world. So, put yourself in that driver's seat. Take yourself out of autopilot and start getting to it. Have fun with it. Start questioning everything. So when that person driving right next to you cuts you off and you realize your initial reaction is to sorry, I really want to cuss. But your initial reaction is one of anger and frustration and what the heck is wrong with you? Why are you, don't you see I'm here? Once you realize I'm in the driver's seat, literally and figuratively, but once you realize I'm in the driver's seat, how do I want to react to this person that just cut me off? And yeah, there's a safety issue there in this example, but you are in control to how you let that affect you. Because that initial frustration, that initial anger, you allowed the other person to affect you and take control over how that moment went about, how that day, because we can sometimes carry those small moments, we can carry them throughout our day and it'll just ruin us. And we're just thinking, oh, that person cut me off, and that B word, you know what I'm talking about. You are in the control. You are in control. You are in the driver's seat. How do you want to play that game? Do you want to allow that person to have that negative effect on you? Or do you want to just, all right, I'm safe. Luckily that person didn't hit me, and go on with your day. It's truly up to you. Every moment of the day, every second of the day, we make a choice. We make a choice on how we're going to live our lives. Now, I lived my life in anger and all of that, and frustration and sadness, and it's tiring. It is exhausting. My body would ache by the end of the day. And once I realized, oh, you know what? I kind of have more of a say in how I react and how I let people affect me. Once I realized that, I started loosening up, started laughing more. I started having that fun. That fun returned back into my life. So let's take ourselves out of autopilot and start viewing ourselves in a third party, and start reacting the way we truly want to react, not the way the other people want us to react. The world wants us to react how we truly want to react. So, I love you all, and have fun in your driver's seat. See where life takes you. Bye.